Welcome to the That's New News NFL Sunday Kickoff.
Well, welcome into week 3 of TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff. We've got a crazy week 2 to cover this morning, from the purge of injuries all across the league to kickers making a booming bounce back after an absolutely awful week 1.
That's right, and I also have news that Great Uncle Frank has a very special guest on today's installment of This Week in Fantasy, so stay tuned for that, guys.
You're not gonna mention the fact that the Saints missed Michael Thomas like he was their baby daddy and went out to get cigarettes on Monday night? I mean, like, come on, guys.
Whoa. All right. Calm down, guys. I love your enthusiasm, but don't go getting your panties in a bunch so soon. Now, we're getting to it. Just trust the process for a little bit. Really. So what was that week 2 like? Tell me about it.
So this may surprise you guys, but I actually turned on a few games last week and, well, slapped my ass and called me a rookie. Did you know that football's actually a little bit exciting? I caught that Cowboys game and it was so ridiculous. I thought it was the shittiest onside kick I've ever seen. Until it wasn't. I was so pumped I actually did some research on this. And did you guys know the chances of recovering an onside kick is like 6% or some shit?
Hey, it looked like the Falcons special team unit got hypnotized by the big spinny ball thing. You were like, ooh, snap out of you like stooges. Jump on the damn ball and put the game away. But no, you let them take their sweet ass time marching down the field and kick a 46-yard field goal to win it. You know, maybe the players aren't entirely to blame.
That's right. I found out that the Falcons coach Dan Quinn just can't seem to win in the state of Texas to save his life. At least that's how it seemed, considering the infamous 27 Super Bowl meltdown when they blew a 25-point lead in Houston, and now they break down after leading 19 points in the record-breaking 40-39 loss.
Yep, you heard that right. The Falcons managed to become the first team in the NFL history to put up 39 points, not to turn down the ball over and still lose the game. Shit, maybe Dan Quinn's just got a terrible fucking coach. What seemed to be the catch on your eye last week, Kevin?
You see, it seems like Russell Wilson is on a mission to strong-arm the league to prove that he, too, is a bad man that just needs to start getting respect that he deserves.
That's right. Mr. Unlimited was forcing dimes into the phone booths after dropping gifts down the chimney against last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, in a smart Patriots defense Sunday night, putting up 288 yards, 21 completions off of 28 attempts, and 5 touchdowns. 5 different receivers!
And you choco loco learning son of the bitches not even get to know that you guys are the man son of the bitches gone even down to the MVP that entire 8 years of the career with Aaron Rodgers playing his way and playing, but still, come on!
Anyways, despite Wilson's godly touchdown numbers, the Patriots were just 1 yard away from taking home the road win. But my, how the tables have turned. In an eerily familiar situation, the Patriots lined up the whole one this year. 1 yard left.
The game-winning touchdown, no matter of fact. The only problem is that this stupid Super Bowl with Newton is not even that real. I mean, the real threat is the team Seattle.
Yeah, they played it perfectly. They played it perfectly, stuffing the tank of the quarterback at the goal line and securing the 35-30 victory.
Well, congratulations to the Las Vegas Raiders, right, who finally got themselves a real fucking football stadium.
The unveiling of a brand new, honestly, quite beautifully alleged
stadium. The fans finally get the legitimate black hole to call home into certain their own
John Chucky Gruden and the Raiders stuck a knife in an already wounded Saints team with a 34-24 victory on Monday Night Football.
Now, wasn't that
beautiful?
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful as fuck.
Only this one was a little different than the last. The center just never let go of the ball.
He had that pigskin clenched between his cheeks so tight you think he was going through the TSA in Israel.
But despite the few instances of dysfunction, Gruden's aggressive West Coast offense took like a well-oiled machine Monday
With
night.
only 3 penalties and 13 yards all game long, not only are they aggressive, but they're disciplined too. And Derek Carr playing very solid.
Completing 28 of his 38 attempts, racking up 282 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Now that's scary deal on the game days.
Wow.
This week in fantasy.
at me. You're really back for more? After all the gold nuggets I gave you last week. Well, fuck it. You're already here. Come on in, you sorry sap of shit. Now, I don't know if you watched Monday Night Football last week. Fuck, I wouldn't after the dumpster fire games they've been putting on the last few years. But the military channel just triggers my PTSD more than MetLife does for NFL players. Anyways, I asked because my man Josh Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmitz, who I've been all in on since he arrived in the league last year, cause his game is my game too. Well, I'm telling you, this man plays like an old school punch you in the mouth running back, but also puts up 35.9 fantasy points in week 1. He only earned himself 13.5 in week 2, but still had an impressive performance. And now that the Raiders are giving him the opportunity to handle the majority of the receiving routes out of the backfield, it looks like he's as versatile and deadly as ever, making me believe he'll take that big jump he needs to break out as a star this year. Yeah. So don't forget, with Darren the Brick Waller putting up fucking 28.3 points this week, Las Vegas may have multiple big threats on their hand. And me, Great Uncle Frank, can dig it.
Hey, how's it going, old pal? It's been a long time no see ya.
Bobby, it has been a while, hasn't it? Oh, I haven't seen you since you drafted those 2 fucking kickers on draft day. You son of a bitch.
Well, I'm here now, and I got something to tell your sweet little Giuseppe.
Ow!
Now listen up, youngster, cause your great Uncle Frank likes to talk. A lot of bullshit, if you ask me. Can't blame him for the kickers, that's on me, but I also picked up a Dak Prescott that night, and he laughed. Oh, how they all laughed and talked their shit. He hasn't gotten paid for a reason, Bobby. I mean, in the 3rd round. Really? Who's laughing now, you motherless fucks? My depressed can't be a leader quarterback took charge and led the Cowboys for a 20-point comeback, throwing 450 yards, had 3 touchdowns. For those of you who can't do math, that's about 40 motherfucking points. So for all of those motherfuckers out there who said it was a shit pick, I would just like to say, suck my dick.
Hey, now that's no way to talk about my great-grandnephew. Get the fuck out of here, Bobby. God damn it. Always going too far. Go back to deciding which kicker you're gonna start or something, you damn scrub. I'm sorry about that, Timmy. Don't listen to anything that vulgar man had to say. Dak Prescott is still a little bitch in my book. Yeah, fucking scram, kiddo.
And that was This Week in Fantasy.
The fuck are you still doing here?
Well, very sorry about that ruckus we just caused, folks. It looks like my 2 co-hosts got a little too heated during this week's recap. You know, this whole reporting on football thing is a lot harder than it looks. Anyways, now it's time for
Injury Update.
Now, last week we saw a record-setting slew of injuries ravish the NFL and many of its top stars. There were 7 confirmed torn ACLs after last week's games, 2 of them in Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas, coming from the disastrous killer turf in MetLife Stadium, when the 49ers traveled east to New Jersey to take on the Jets. The fucked up thing is, they'll have to march their gimp asses right back to MetLife to face the Giants this Sunday. Fuck them, right? Oh, and the Broncos also had a couple of devastating injuries, with Drew Lock going out with a sprained AC joint, and, oh goddamn, Courtland Sutton. Ironically, the second he's cleared to play from his shoulder injury, the man tore his ACL and is likely out for the season after playing only 3 quarters on Sunday. His total stat line for the 2020 season will sadly only be 3 catches for 66 yards. Now on to the Chargers. Jesus. What actually happened to Tyrod Taylor's chest? 2020. That's what the fuck happened. Because apparently a Chargers team doctor punctured his lung while trying to administer a pain-killing injection to his cracked ribs just before kickoff. Now Chargers, guys, come on. Be real with us here. We know you love Justin Herbert, but does the league really hate Tyrod Taylor enough to stab him with a needle just to give the shiny new toy a crack at the starting job? Fuck. Anyways, as I take a quick pregame water break to fight off the demons that took a hold of my partners, here is a list of a lot of key names suffering from injuries coming into week 3. Roll the tape. It's a very long list. 2020 is a fucked up place. Liquid nutrition. After a treacherous week 1 for NFL kickers all across the league, having missed a total of 19 field goals and 5 extra point attempts, with only a single game out of all 16 last weekend not featuring a butchered kick, please join us as we salute all of those who had a solid bounce back in week 2, particularly 3 brave souls that saved the lives and reputation of kickers all across the NFL with one fell swoop of the leg. Greg Zuerlein, who defied all odds kicking a successful onside kick in a year that such kicks have seemed to be outlawed, leading to a 46-yard game-winning field goal as time expires. Daniel Carson, who delivered Chucky's dagger in the form of a 54-yard game-sealing field goal for the Raiders on Monday Night Football. Harrison Butker, the most valiant of all kickers in week 2, overcoming every obstacle thrown his way, driving a 53-yard game-winning field goal only to be called back by a false start, scorching a 58-yard game-winning field goal only to be iced with a timeout, and finally, booming yet another 58-yard game-winning field goal to end a grueling overtime battle. To those who have kicked, we salute you. And this week is for the brand. Well, from all of us here at TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff, we hope you enjoy what will probably be yet another crazy week in football. What? How? How do they even know we're on the air? I mean, no one watches this fucking show, especially not to the end. Well, we just got word from our producers that we've been fined by the NFL for lack of PPE usage. Well, there goes our fucking budget, plus about $300,000 in debt. Let that be a lesson to all the folks out there watching at home. Don't forget to mask up before you come anywhere near us with your fucking crazy nasty asses. You goddamn nasties. Oh.